What Christ has done in liberating us is not so much to set our will free from the bondage of sin as to set our conscience free from the guilt of sin. Christians will get this confused. And they'll think that because they find within themselves a continuing desire to sin, they must not really be a Christian. Well, no, that's the work of sanctification, to continue to mold our wills according to the will of God. That's the process of sanctification. The freedom that we have immediately by faith in Christ is that our conscience has been set free from the guilt of sin. We are pardoned. And so the thing that distinguishes a true Christian is not the absence of any desire to sin, but the ability to say, through repentant tears and by Spirit-wrought faith, my sin, oh, the bliss of this glorious thought, my sin, not in part, but the whole, is nailed to the cross, and I bear it no more. That's the Christian profession. For freedom, Christ has set us free. It could be, we could easily just skip over that, but it's very important to the text that Jesus intends those whom He has set free to act like it, to live in the freedom. He did not set us free so we could go back into the bondage of a guilty conscience. He did not set us free so we can go back into the bondage of fear of death, or back into the bondage of trying to earn God's approval by how often we're doing our devotions, or how well we're dealing with our besetting sin. That's bondage. Jesus desires His children to live in their freedom, to delight in their freedom, to embrace their freedom, to live with a joyful confidence that they are, by grace, through faith, the precious, treasured children of God. And that because of Jesus Christ, they are irrevocably heirs of the new heaven and the new earth. I don't think we emphasize that enough, what Jesus intends for His children. There is a strain in Reformed Christianity. It's probably true in other branches of the church as well, but it's definitely true in some of the ways that we think about or live out Reformed Christianity. There's a strain that discourages bold confidence in these things, that encourages people to focus on the reality of their sin, and warns people against concerning the dangers of false assurance or presumption. Well, we don't want to have false assurance, but it is not presumption to confidently claim all that is freely yours by grace through faith. It is not presumption to lay hold of that for which Jesus Christ took hold of you. It's not presumption to live in the joy and peace and full assurance that Jesus has purchased for you with His own blood. It's precisely what He intended for you when He shed it. And so lay hold of the freedom, the assurance, the joy that Jesus intends for you. It is for freedom that Christ set us free.